Ever wonder what your cat is trying to tell you with all that meowing, purring, and those mysterious little glances? Well, you're not alone. Cats are the most charming, confusing, and downright puzzling creatures. But fear not, because today we're going to decode 8 things your cat is trying to tell you right now. Stick around, and you might just realize your feline friend is a lot more talkative than you thought. Let's jump right into it. First, let's talk about the most obvious sign. When your cat is trying to tell you it's mealtime. If your cat is rubbing against your legs, following you around, or giving you that stare, eyes wide and unblinking, chances are they're not just admiring your shoe collection, they want food. Cats have a keen sense of timing, and they know exactly when it's feeding time. You might notice that they start getting more vocal or even pawing at their food bowl in desperation, like they've been starved for days, even if you fed them just an hour ago. But here's the kicker. Your cat's not just trying to be a drama queen. Well, maybe a little. Cats actually crave routine, and they have an internal clock that tells them when it's time to eat. If you're late with dinner, be prepared for some serious side-eye or a frantic sprint across the kitchen floor. So, next time your kitty is acting like it's living in the Hunger Games, remember, they're just trying to remind you it's time for their gourmet meal. Next, let's talk about those moments when your cat can't seem to get enough of you. If your feline friend is nuzzling your face, following you around like a shadow, or even hopping up to sit on your lap at the most inconvenient times, they're trying to tell you something important. I need some TLC stat. Cats can be quite independent, but when they're in the mood for love, they'll demand it. This is their way of saying, "You are my human, and I need all the cuddles, pets, and belly rubs right now." But here's the interesting thing. Cats often show this behavior when they trust you and feel safe. So when your kitty decides you're their personal jungle gym, consider it an honor. They're saying they feel comfortable enough to be all up in your space and enjoy your presence. But don't be surprised if, the very next moment, they get tired of all that attention and suddenly act like you're invisible. That's just the unpredictable charm of a cat for you. Now, let's talk about when your cat isn't being super cuddly, but instead is acting a little, let's say, off. You may notice them hiding under the couch, avoiding you completely, or being overly aggressive when you try to pet them. This could be your cat's way of saying, "I'm stressed out, and I need space." Cats are creatures of habit, and any sudden change in their environment, like moving furniture, introducing a new pet, or even a shift in your own routine, can cause them to feel uneasy. Sometimes, a stressed-out cat will also engage in behaviors like excessive grooming, aggressive scratching, or even a change in their eating habits. If your cat suddenly becomes extra clingy or seems to be anxious, try to evaluate what may have triggered it. It could be as simple as a new person in the house or a loud noise outside. Giving your cat a calm space and some time to adjust can do wonders, but be patient. Your kitty might need a little extra reassurance. Next up, let's talk about your cat's territorial behavior. You've probably seen your cat rubbing its face against furniture, doorways, or even you. This isn't just a quirky habit. It's their way of claiming ownership of their space and showing you that, yes, they are the true ruler of this domain. Cats have scent glands located around their face, and when they rub against something, they're leaving their scent behind as a marking gesture. It's like their personal stamp of approval. But wait, there's more. Sometimes this territorial marking isn't just about objects. Cats will often mark you with their scent, especially if they're feeling extra attached. So, if you ever wondered why your cat seems to rub on you every 5 seconds, it's not because they're obsessed with you. Well, maybe a little. It's because they're saying, "You're mine and don't forget it." But enough of the sentimental marking. Before we move on, here's a quick quiz. What do you think it means when a cat suddenly acts all aloof and doesn't want anything to do with you for a whole day? Keep that thought, we'll get back to it in just a minute. Now let's shift gears to something more fun. Playtime. If your cat is darting around the room like a tiny lightning bolt, pouncing on imaginary prey, or attacking your toes, we all know that one. They're trying to tell you they want to play. Cats are natural hunters, and even indoor cats need to satisfy their need for stimulation and exercise. But here's the catch. Playtime isn't just about wearing them out. It's also about bonding and interacting with you. If you've noticed your cat bringing you toys or engaging in full-on ninja mode, they're not just being cute, they're inviting you to join in on the fun. Playtime gives your cat a chance to show off their agility and allows you both to burn off some energy. Plus, it's a great way to strengthen the connection with your pet and make them feel loved and appreciated. Just be ready for some unexpected jumps, sprints, and maybe a few scratches along the way. But trust me, it's all worth it. Next, let's talk about the times your cat looks like it's seen a ghost. If your cat is crouching down, ears flattened, tail puffed up, and eyes wide with terror, it's definitely trying to tell you something. I'm scared. Cats can be easily startled, and it doesn't take much to send them into a tizzy. Whether it's a loud noise, a sudden movement, or a new person in the house, cats can get overwhelmed by anything that disrupts their sense of security. If your cat is acting jumpy, the best thing you can do is give them a quiet, safe space to retreat to. Keep things calm and avoid overwhelming them with too much attention. Some cats may even hide for hours until they feel it's safe to come out. Patience is key when your kitty is scared. Remember, just like people, cats need time to process and calm down. So, don't take it personally if your cat hides under the couch after you've made a dramatic entrance. They'll be back to their normal self in no time. Now, we get into the more serious stuff, when your cat might be in pain. If your kitty is suddenly limping, avoiding certain areas of the house, or being unusually quiet, there could be something wrong. Cats are notoriously good at hiding their pain, so it's important to watch out for subtle signs, like a change in appetite, excessive grooming, or hiding more than usual. If you notice any of these behaviors, it's time to check in with your vet. Cats don't typically let you know when they're in pain, so as a cat owner, you have to be extra vigilant. Pay attention to any unusual behavior, and don't hesitate to get professional help if you're worried. Your cat relies on you to recognize these signs, so trust your instincts. And remember, your cat loves you, even when they're feeling under the weather. Finally, let's talk about the ultimate cat behavior, the sudden disappearance act. You know those times when your cat just vanishes for a few hours, and you start wondering if they've run away? Well, relax. It's probably just your cat's way of saying, I need a break. Cats are naturally solitary creatures, and while they love spending time with you, they also enjoy having their own personal space. If your cat suddenly disappears, it's not because they're mad at you. Well, at least not always. Cats often retreat to quiet spots, like under the bed or in a closet, to recharge. It's like their own version of a spa day. So don't worry too much if your kitty needs some alone time. They'll be back before you know it, ready to demand attention and food once again. So there you have it. 8 things your cat is trying to tell you right now. Next time your feline friend behaves in a mysterious way, you'll know exactly what's going on. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment with your mischievous kitty. See you next time, cat lovers.